Your next comic coming up to the stage is a very funny man, so please, everybody, make him feel welcome. Warm round of applause for Jonathhan Hodapp. Thank you. I recently reached a major weight loss goal lately. No pity applause. I leave that for Andy. He lost 100 pounds. I seem to have found it. Most of you probably have normal human weight loss goals. Mine are when you're at the point where you have to lose 2 Olsen twins or 1 Kardashian, depending on what system you're on. You have to be a little bit more realistic. I was able to fly on a commercial airliner without using a seatbelt extender. But really, that's the end of the weight loss goals at that point. That was my Rubicon, that was my Maginot Line, that's the bridge too far. That is sweatpants for the rest of your life when you're there. Because when you push that pity button, you have to get the stewardess over, it is all over. You are done. But I made it. I got the seatbelt on, or as I like to say, click a victory, click a victory. And I was going to reward myself. I was going to have some peanuts as they came by. And I thought, those guys who investigate air crash disasters, National Transportation Safety Board, I bet they're kind of dicks. And I bet they mentioned that in a report. A high-velocity object, expected to be a buckle off the seat of the passenger in seat 27F, flew off and penetrated the aluminum skin of the plane, causing 309 people to die. We blame the peanuts. So I had air on the flight to Chicago. It was delicious. You might be able to tell from my little National Transportation Safety Board bit, I am an engineer. I am also a German American. And like many German Americans, I went into the family business. I'm a weapons designer. Just a little high five to my rocket scientist friend there. We're blood brothers, literally. So sorry. No, I didn't. I spent 22 years with my boss, Donald Rumsfeld, keeping America safe and free. You're welcome. I mean, come on. I've worked at places that were being protested. I kind of know what it's like to work in an abortion clinic at this point. You show up in the morning, oh God, it's the plowshares group. They're the ones who nicknamed us the Death Lab. And they believe in passive resistance. You're going to work, it's like, excuse me, heartbeat, no, I don't want a flyer, I don't. Blood on my hands, I know. Look, I have got to remove the system by 8 or we're not going to get any runs done today. But yeah, it's a hard business because there are a lot of people who are morally opposed to it. I was at a bar and I told someone what I did, and he wasn't just angry, he was indignant. He said, "How can you work on bombs, man?" I don't think he actually said man. I mean, it's just sort of assumed when you say something like that. How can you work on bombs? I looked at me and I said, "Excuse me, sir, get it straight. I work on missiles, not bombs. They're a lot harder. I mean, what do you do with a bomb? You drop a bomb. Gravity doesn't work. I mean, I got thrust vectors I got to deal with here." Yeah, but he and the plowshares people were really just all upset because we allegedly worked on blinding weapons. God, I wish. There was so much funding for that. I was stuck in launchers for like 2 years. It's just not the same. But it is partly due to that prior career as well as a lot of reasons why I choose to dress the way I do. They say, come to Portland, be the person you really are inside. And this is it. I'm just not a cool skate punk who works on bikes on the weekend. It's just, I don't do that. I used to tell people I dress like this for the same reason that 14-year-old girls dressed as goth. You think you're invisible? No one can see me. And it's true in this town. No one actually makes direct eye contact when you dress like this. They think you're the least effective narc. Since about 1972, it's impossible for me to buy weed in this town. It's really not. Oh, drive to Vancouver, that's so far. I just want to, high school kids sell it. But honestly, the real reason I do dress like this is when I wear what I call a Portland uniform, and many of you are wearing it tonight. It's a little warmer for the knit hat, but generally a hoodie or a Timbers jersey, cargo shorts, maybe colorful shoes. It looks really cool on you. I look like a sex predator. Yeah, every single picture that they put up, near a school warning, and school. So this is just a lot easier. But I cannot score weed. So the point of the story is, if anyone's holding, I'm going to be back there in about 20. So there's an ATM. Thank you very much. Have a good night.